What's good, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Rob and you got Superstar Rob back to back. How you guys doing? I was gonna Yoda that. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, hit the bell notification button so you get every single video, every single day. The streak continues. The streak continues. Can you believe this? I can't believe it. I haven't done the math. It's well over 365. So at this point, we're rocking, we're rolling, and we're going to keep it up for sure. Superstar VIPs, $2.99 a month. Get our spreadsheets, get the star beside your name, get access to our buys and sells. We try to bring as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. So for everyone who's supporting us, thank you all so much. You can also reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Very active in there. If you ever want to have a chat, you can always reach in our DMs, and we're always willing to chat. And then here are our VIPs. Guys, thank you so much for your support through all this time, through all these months, through over this 365. Thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you guys. Of course, the VV fam is a supportive fam, and we wouldn't be doing this without all of you. So let's get into it here. Okay, so today's Twitter, I really wanted to bring up this topic here. This is from Superstar Dayizo Kid. All right, he wrote, and we're gonna just jump over to his message. He said, "I'm in the comments. Def would be cool if at VV official would be too. This is free, by the way, which makes me think it's a limitation of the license because Marvel wants y'all to pay for advertising, which is obvious, but y'all refuse to do so." And I think what he's just trying to allude at, and I mean, the first thing that came to me is that it's just part of the advertisement of the Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumonia or whatever it is, right? I haven't seen the movie. I would love to see it. It looks like it's going to be really good, but it'd be just crazy. You know, you have a brand new hot movie coming out. There's a lot of hype right now on the movie side of things. VV is pushing out all sorts of Ant-Man related things, right? They have Ant-Man comics, Ant-Man Marvel Mighties. It's all about Ant-Man right now to help promote the movie. But what we find is that, you know, here in the VV fam, we don't get the movie promoting VV, right? So I guess that's I guess from Disney's perspective is like, let's promote this movie. We're going to use NFTs to promote it. It's a vehicle to promote the movie. But it would be nice, you know, if maybe one day, maybe there's limitations on the marketing. Daisuke was saying maybe they have to pay. But it'd be nice if that when the movie comes out, somewhere you would see, by the way, check out VV Official. They could get licensed NFTs for Ant-Man and the Wasp if you're into it. I think if that somehow would ever mesh, and I don't know if it ever will because it's two different companies and two different entities. I don't know if Disney's really trying to funnel their Disney fans to VV. They did that one time with Golden Moments. That's how we found the app, but we haven't seen much of it anymore. So I don't know why, if there's a change in direction on their end. But maybe one day we're going to see proper mass marketing. When a big movie like this comes out, it's going to say, oh, by the way, digital licensed NFTs can be found here. Download the app and you can get all the Ant-Man and the Wasp. So it's just something to keep in mind. I think it's a really good topic. It's not for today. The marketing topic's been around for a long, long time, but it still really hasn't been seen yet. Although in the last discussion, I think with David Yu, when he was on the Queen's Spaces, I think David Yu was saying that it's coming. #soon. So we'll continue to wait for that. Superstar Duck and Cover, very cool with the Lambos and all the different vehicles lined up the way they are. You got the motorcycles there, the Trinity motorcycle. Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger garage, but it looks very, very good, especially with those Lambos in it. So very cool. And also, he was just on a stream with Superstar Bob Sales. I think they just posted it yesterday or this morning, so you can check that out as well. And finally, there's a face to the name. I love seeing that. You have people you interact with online. You know, we went to Decon. We met all sorts of people that we've talked to online, and we see them face to face. Same when somebody from online joins a video, because you actually get a chance. You know, somebody like Duck and Covers in our comments all the time. And finally, we had a chance to see his face on the video, so that's very good. This was the buzzing news over here. You had VV Fan Bam saying, "Look at this Instagram post by David Yu just now." So it was David Yu. And then he's with Ben Rose, the general manager of Binance New Zealand. Okay, this is premium licensed NFTs, how global brands are making NFTs part of their strategy, AMA series. So I think this is obviously good because we're seeing, you know, the major exchanges is something that a lot of the only users want, right? People who are buying into OMI, these investors, they want to see it on big exchanges so it gets more access and it gets more eyes on it. And I think this is maybe a clue, a little bit of foreshadowment for the future, but I don't think there's anything to look into this right now. I don't expect Binance to come anytime soon. I mean, the team's been pretty clear that they have no intention of going to big exchanges as of right now. So this is just something that's very interesting to keep our eye on, and maybe we'll see some more Binance and Veve AMAs or partnerships of some kind in the future. BG Rand. Okay, Lambo Mint distribution. Still have about 50% the process, but this was very, very cool. I thought this was cool. We're data guys. So this is the distribution of the Lambo drop. And what you see is that you had very, very few new users. Very few. Only 86 of the people who got this drop were someone who joined Veve for the first time or like a new account. And then as you go through the items in the wallets, what you find is that there's a large percentage of people with 50 to 250 or 250 to 1,000. That's together 73% of the people who got that drop have all been, you could assume with this many items, they are people who have been with Veve for a long time. So if you have over 50 items and you have less than 1,000, you're in that group of people that have probably been here for longer than just like a month. And this tells me that there's still, and the data backs it, you can check out Veve Fox's website, but this tells me there's still not a lot of true new users. We still are in this bear market kind of like steady line of growth. There's no hype right now. People aren't looking for NFTs. And this just helps support that. You would think Lambo, people were saying Lambo is such a great IP. You know, the fan base are dedicated, especially these car collectors, right? Even the toys are worth value. But you still only had low percentages of wallets with not that many collectibles going for this drop. So it's us crusty old users that I've seen used online, just exchanging our money back and forth and sending it over to Veve. And this is a great thing. I kind of want this every single drop, because you would think that slowly, when the tide shifts to new users, you'll start seeing it slowly, incrementally in the data, going more for first-time minting. And then that would be great insight for how the health of the market may go in the future. So I thought that was very, very cool. Okay, for Veve, again, back to the Ant-Man, promoting Ant-Man. First appearance of MODOK. Marvel Tales of Suspense number 94 features Veve exclusive rare and ultra recovers. So this for sure, like they posted this 1 hour ago. I think that this is just part of the whole promotion thing, where the movie's coming out, Veve NFTs are trying to promote the movie, but if it went both ways, I think that would be very very useful. Okay, today's topic. I still want to talk about the Marvel Mighties, except I don't care about the Marvel Mighties. What I care is about the fact that they're interactive. Okay, so interactive, and this is what sparked my idea to do this video. It was actually superstar Kevin Chrysler, long time commenter. He said, "Welcome back, interactive. What's that going to be?" I said, "I know. I'm not sure what it can be, but hopefully it'll be a surprise, right?" And then he said, "I heard on Veve Bros that Hank's glasses come off and then hang on his hip." I don't know how they figure that out. Maybe it's on Instagram or there's a video out there somewhere. But that sounds animated. Guess we find out tomorrow. But regardless, I believe this is an evolution to something bigger for these. He might be right. Marvel Mighties may now be evolving into something bigger, something a little bit more interactive or animated. Now, Veve tends to use interactive on like vehicles, right? So like, you know, the flyable DeLorean or whatever, those things have interactive beside them. So you can actually open the door, you can fly with it, right? It makes me wonder how interactive this can be. Is it possible that these guys can walk so that you'd actually be able, with almost a keypad, kind of like the car, run around with them? Are we trending towards this gamification, where this tabletop gamification, we could drop them down, eventually walk around with them and fight each other? But I mean, in the meantime, what is this interactive? I mean, it could be something as simple as a shrink. You know, Ant-Man, his special power is his ability to shrink or actually oversize. But let's just say shrink is what he's really known for, Ant-Man, right? Maybe he'll just shrink, and that's what they mean by interactive. Or if it's like the door opening, like they said, the glasses come off, or maybe the helmet goes in and out. Maybe it's something that happens around it. It has the ability to do something around it. I think the most likely is shrinking. But why in that case did they not call it just animated, right? And maybe shrinking is considered interactive because you have to click a button so that something happens. I guess with animated, you're not really clicking the button. I tried going through all these different examples of like when they use interactive and what kind of collectibles we've seen. And usually when they say animated, you click it, but then the collectible has kind of a set kind of thing that it does. Whereas with the vehicles, that not only the ones that drive, but the ones that don't drive, you almost have to kind of like click on the door so that door opens. So it's a little bit more interactive. So I think that this might actually have some very cool features coming, which will be great. And it would be really fun if this is going to happen on all Marvel Mighties going forward. That'd be so cool. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be worth that much more. One can make an argument that the first one like these, if these are the first ones that are completely interactive, it'll gain some hype and you might have some pump on the prices, but only by a little bit. We've seen some amazing collectibles. Like I always use Swamp Thing as an example. Swamp Thing was an incredible collectible. It was clean, and it had the animation, so it was like really, really cool. And it still didn't really hold its value, unfortunately. Like it's trading at 50. It only sold 1,000, and you see this with a lot of animated things where they don't really hold any great value, right? Just because something's animated on Veve, which is actually the whole reason why we love Veve, is because these NFTs are they actually are animated. They're 3D. Sometimes they do things that more than just being 3D. You know, they have the skeleton that they can actually move around and all that. But I'm not really sure that always in this market translates to any kind of value. And I don't know if it ever will because of the things that might come in the future. So I don't know if being interactive and being animated, I don't know if anyone really cares. Like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but like everyone on this app, if you look at the people on this app, a lot of people are here for the future potential. I don't know if they really care with the animations that happen with it right now, even though it's cool, right? I got the flyable cart. You know, I like it. Sure, it's cool. I never use it anymore. I got it. I used it once. I'm done with it. I have no further utility with it. Maybe in the Veveverse will be worth something. Maybe not. But because I have no further value with it, then it's kind of cool at first. And then like with everything, right, you kind of just get used to it. And then you wait for the next thing. So, guys, I'm just not sure if this interactive thing is actually going to be, you know, groundbreaking. I do hope we get it. Any more functionality they can add is better, but it's not going to turn the tide. It's not going to just bring in all these new users because of this. And probably a lot of you probably still won't buy it, even if it's interactive, just because you have whatever funds you have, you probably want to dedicate them somewhere else than these Marvel Mighties. But for sure, some of you will like these Marvel Mighties and you'll go for them. So let me know your thoughts. What's your speculation on what this interactive is going to be? But more importantly, let me know if you think being interactive or being animated even matters on Veve. Does it even matter? Especially if you're someone who's looking for appreciation and value on the next bull run so you can flip out or whatever, right? If that's your interest in terms of value and future potential, does the current animation and current interactiveness of these collectibles, do they matter at all? Or in your opinion, are they just, you know, a nice to have, cool, and any kind of hype is just short-lived? So, guys, if you haven't already, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, and hit the bell notification buttons, get every single video, every single day. We still got it going. And regardless, you guys are amazing superstar VIPs, $2.99 a month, get the star beside your name, get access to our spreadsheet, floor sweeping spreadsheet. We got the one I used yesterday, market cap analysis spreadsheet. You guys, we'll advertise for you. It's very rarely used now because I guess no one's selling, but if you ever are selling, we'll advertise whatever collectible you're trying to sell so we can get the word out there. Guys, thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Love you.